How to create a meaningful legacy. Creating a legacy is the desire to leave behind something more than material possessions. Influence, ideas, values, and inspiration for future generations. Every person, regardless of age or social status, can leave a significant mark on the world, but it requires understanding what a legacy is and how to consciously shape it. In this text, we will explore the philosophical, psychological, social, and practical aspects of creating a legacy. Chapter 1. Understanding legacy. Legacy is not just property or financial assets. It includes ideas and knowledge, books, articles, research, inventions, values, and principles. Examples of moral behavior, culture, ethics, impact on people, raising children, mentoring, inspiring others, achievements and projects, social initiatives, business, art, science. Creating a meaningful legacy begins with understanding how your actions can influence the world and other people. It is important to ask, what do you want to leave behind? Why legacy matters. People seek immortality through their influence on others. Creating a legacy helps give life a sense of purpose, strengthen self-esteem, and a sense of significance. Motivate continuous growth and development. Inspire others to take action and make changes. Without a conscious approach, a legacy can be random and insignificant. To leave a truly valuable legacy, you need to define your goals and values. Chapter 2. Defining your values. Before taking action, it is important to understand your values. Values determine what you consider important, which goals and objectives you will pursue, how you interact with others. Examples of values: honesty, responsibility, creativity, freedom, compassion. Scientific progress. Practical exercise. Make a list of your 10 most important values. For each value, write down how it manifests in your life. Determine which of these values you want to pass on to future generations. A clear understanding of your values forms the foundation of your legacy. Without it, a legacy can be vague and fragile. Chapter 3. Achieving personal significance. Legacy is created through meaningful actions. To be significant to others, you must first become significant to yourself. Developing personal qualities, education, and knowledge. The more you know, the greater your potential impact. Empathy and social skills. The ability to understand and inspire people. Responsibility and discipline. The ability to bring ideas to fruition. Creativity and innovation. Finding new paths and solutions. Significance is built through the combination of personal growth and actions that reflect your values. Long term. Perspective. Legacy is not created overnight. It requires planning over years, sometimes decades. It is important to think strategically. What knowledge can you pass on to others? Which projects will have a long-term effect? How will your actions affect the future after you are gone? Chapter 4. Creating projects and initiatives. 1 of the most effective ways to leave a legacy is through projects. Educational projects, schools, courses, books, lectures, social initiatives, helping those in need, environmental projects, charity, scientific research and discoveries, new technologies, methodologies, theories, art and culture, paintings, music, films, theater productions. Projects are a tangible, measurable contribution to the world. They allow people to remember you through the results of your work. Example, personal projects. Suppose you want to leave a legacy in education. You could write a textbook or create an online course, conduct workshops or mentoring sessions, establish a foundation supporting talented students. Every action, if it aligns with your values, strengthens your legacy. Chapter 5. Impact on people. Legacy does not have to be material. It can be expressed through the impact on others, mentoring and teaching, inspiring by example. It's passing on life experience. Remember, every person you inspire can influence others. This way, your legacy multiplies. Psychology of influence. By example. Actions speak louder than words. Build trust. Honesty and openness create lasting influence. Listen and support. Attention to people makes a legacy emotionally meaningful. Chapter 6. Material aspects of legacy. Material assets, money, property, stocks, can also be part of a legacy. But their value increases if they support ideas and goals, establish scholarships or grants, create funds, supporting science, art, or healthcare, transfer property in ways that foster growth for people and projects. It is important to remember that material resources are a tool, not an end in themselves. Chapter 7. Passing on a legacy. Legacy lives through the transfer of knowledge, experience, and values. Family, raising children, teaching principles and ethics, community, contributing to society through volunteering, and projects, public activity, books, articles, speeches, media. Effective legacy transfer requires a systematic approach, regular work, documenting knowledge, and training new people. Chapter 8. Strategies for long-term influence. To make your legacy enduring, document achievements, books, articles, videos, create sustainable structures, foundations, organizations, programs, pass knowledge through teaching, mentoring, courses, workshops, collaborate with others, joint projects, increase the scale of impact. The longevity of a legacy depends on how structured it is and how well it adapts to societal changes. Chapter 9. Personal leadership and moral responsibility. Creating a legacy requires leadership and moral responsibility. True leaders not only achieve success, but also create value for others. Lead by example. Inspire through behavior. Ethical responsibility. Make decisions, considering long-term consequences. Service to society. Legacy is a contribution to improving other people's lives. Chapter 10. Obstacles and how to overcome them on the path to creating a legacy. Challenges arise, skepticism and criticism. It is important to believe in your goals and values. Limited resources. Use strategic planning and partnerships. Personal fatigue and doubts. Develop discipline and maintain motivation. Overcoming these obstacles requires patience, determination, and faith in the importance of your legacy. Chapter 11. Legacy as a life philosophy. Creating a legacy is not a one-time action, but a life philosophy. It shapes a mindset, considering the long-term consequences of actions, striving for continuous growth, inspiring and supporting others. People who live with the thought of legacy tend to be more purposeful, mindful, and morally mature. Conclusion. Creating a meaningful legacy is a process that begins with understanding yourself, your values, and your goals. It requires personal growth, strategic thinking, and active effort. Legacy manifests through projects, influence on people, education, culture, science, and society at large. Every action aligned with your values and benefiting others brings you closer to creating a legacy that will live long after your departure. It is important to remember, a true legacy is not just what you leave behind, but how you inspire, teach, and support others. This is the secret to enduring significance.